Chapter 1. Meeting Liba. My name is Arya. I am a student at a university. There is a girl in my class named Liba. Liba is very beautiful. She has long brown hair that shines in the sunlight. Her eyes are big and blue, like the ocean. I like her a lot, but I am too shy to talk to her. My English is not very good, and I am afraid I will make mistakes. Liba is very smart and confident. She is always participating in speaking English fluently. Class and I admire her a lot. I want to get to know her, but I do not know how to start a conversation. One day, I saw Liba in the library. She was sitting at a table, reading a book. I took a deep breath and decided to go talk to her. My heart was beating fast. "Hi, Liba," I said softly. She looked up and smiled. "Hi, Arya. How are you?" she asked. Her voice was sweet and kind. "I'm good. Do you like reading?" I asked, trying to keep the conversation going. "Yes, I love reading, it helps me relax and learn new things." "How about you?" she asked, looking at me with interest. "I like reading too," I said, even though I did not read much. I wanted to impress her. "That's great. What kind of books do you like?" she asked. I hesitated for a moment. I did not know much about books. "I like adventure books," I said, hoping it was a good answer. "Me too. Have you read The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien?" she asked, her eyes lighting up with excitement. "No, I haven't read it yet," Elle admitted. "You should. It's a fantastic adventure story. Maybe you can read it, and we can talk about it sometime," she suggested. "I will definitely read it," I said, feeling happy that we had something to talk about. We talked for a few more minutes, and then she said, "I'll have to go now. See you later, Arya." "See you, Liba," I said, watching her leave. I felt happy and proud of myself for talking to her. It was a good start. After that day, I decided to improve my English. I wanted to be able to talk to Liba more confidently. I made a plan to practice every day. I started with simple steps. First, I borrowed The Hobbit from the library and started reading it. It was challenging, but I used a dictionary to look up words I did not understand. I also watched English movies with subtitles. It helped me learn new words and understand how to use them in sentences. I listened to English songs and tried to sing along. It was fun and a good way to practice pronunciation. Every day, I practiced speaking English. I talked to my friends in English, even though I made many mistakes. My friends were very supportive. They corrected my mistakes and encouraged me to keep going. I was determined to improve. One day, I saw Liba in the cafeteria. She was sitting alone, eating lunch. I took a deep breath and went to her table. "Hi, Liba. Can I sit here?" I asked. "Sure, Arya, have a seat," she said, smiling. We started talking, and I felt a little nervous, but I tried my best. "How is your day going?" I asked. "It's going well. How about yours?" she replied. "It's good. I started reading The Hobbit, like you suggested," I said. "Really? That's great. What do you think of it so far?" she asked, looking interested. "It's very interesting. I like the characters and the adventure," I said. "I'm glad you like it. If you have any questions about the book, feel free to ask me, she offered. Thank you, Liba, I will, I said, feeling grateful for her kindness. We continued talking, and I felt more comfortable. I was still making mistakes, but Liba was patient. She listened carefully and corrected me gently. I appreciated her support. As days went by, Liba and I started talking more often. We met in the cafeteria, the library, and sometimes after classes. We became good friends. I was getting more confident in speaking English. I was happy to spend time with her. One day, Liba invited me to a party. Arya, there is a party this weekend. Would you like to come? She asked. I was excited but nervous. Yes, would love to come, I said. At the party, I met Liba's friends. They were all very nice. We talked and laughed. I tried my best to speak in English. Liba helped me when I struggled. I felt more comfortable around her. Later that night, Liba and I went for a walk. The sky was full of stars. It was a beautiful night. Do you like parties? She asked. They are fun, but I get nervous sometimes, I admitted. Why do you get nervous? She asked, looking at me. Because my English is not very good. I am afraid I will make mistakes, I said. Arya, your English is getting better every day. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. That's how we learn, she said, smiling. Thank you, Liba. You are very kind, I said. We talked about our dreams and goals. I told her about my dream to travel the world. She told me about her dream to become a writer. We shared our fears and hopes. I realized I was falling more in love with Liba. She was kind, smart, and beautiful. I wanted to tell her my feelings, but I was still scared. I did not know if she felt the same way. Chapter 2. Trying to improve. I decided it was time to take my English learning to the next level. I wanted to be able to express my feelings to Liba clearly and confidently. I created a more detailed plan for improving my English. First, I made a list of English words and phrases that I needed to learn. I used flashcards to memorize them. I reviewed them every day. It was a good way to expand my vocabulary. I also started writing a diary in English. Every night, I wrote about my day, my thoughts, and my feelings. It helped me practice writing and organizing my thoughts in English. Used a grammar book to check my sentences and learn from my mistakes. Another strategy one used was speaking English with a language partner. I found a language exchange program online. I partnered with a native English speaker who wanted to learn my language. We helped each other practice. It was fun and very helpful. One day, I decided to join an English conversation club in college. It was a group of students who met every week to practice speaking English. I was nervous at first, but everyone was friendly and supportive. We talked about different topics, played language games, and helped each other improve. I was getting better day by day. My confidence was growing. I was still making mistakes, but I was not afraid anymore. I knew that making mistakes was a part of learning. One afternoon, I saw Liba in the library again. She was reading a different book this time. I went to her table. Hi, Liba. What are you reading? I asked. She looked up and smiled. Hi, Arya. I'm reading Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Have you read it? She asked. No, I haven't. Is it good? I asked. It's a classic. I love it. It's about love, society, and misunderstandings, she explained. It sounds interesting. Maybe I will read it next, I said. We talked about books, movies, and many other things. I felt more relaxed and confident. I was able to express myself better. Liba noticed my improvement. Arya, your English has improved a lot. You're speaking so well, she said. Thank you, Liba. I have been practicing a lot, I said. I can see that. Keep up the good work, she encouraged me. One day, Liba invited me to a study group. Arya, some friends and I are forming a study group for our English literature class. Would you like to join us? She asked. I would love to, I said. The study group was very helpful. We discussed our readings, shared ideas, and helped each other understand difficult concepts. It was also a great opportunity for me to practice speaking and listening in English. During one of our study sessions, Liba and I stayed behind after the others left. Arya, I really enjoy our conversations. You have a unique perspective, she said. Thank you, Liba. I enjoy talking to you too. You are very inspiring, I said. She smiled and said, I'm glad we met. You have become a good friend. Felt a warm feeling in my heart. Liba was not just a girl I liked, she was also a true friend. I wanted to tell her how I felt, but I was still waiting for the right moment. One evening, Liba and I went for a walk in the park. The sun was setting, and the sky was painted with beautiful colors. We sat on a bench and watched the sunset. Arya, what do you like most about learning English? Liba asked. I like that it allows me to connect with people from different cultures. It opens up a new world of opportunities, I said. That's true. Language is a powerful tool. It brings people together, she said. Liba, you have helped me a lot with my English. I am very grateful, I said. I'm happy to help, Arya. You are a hard worker, and you inspire me too, she said. We talked about our dreams again. I told her about my dream to travel to English-speaking countries and learn more about their cultures. She told me about her dream to write a novel and share her stories with the world. As we walked back, I realized that Liba was not just a crush, she was someone I deeply admired and cared for. I knew I had to tell her my feelings